From a trade war ramping up again to yet another record for Nvidia, this is the week in numbers. 50% was the tariff imposed on Brazil by Donald Trump as he broadened his global trade war.
Brazil, as an example, has been not good to us, not good at all.
The US president linked the move to the prosecution of former Brazilian leader Jair Bolsonaro on charges of plotting a coup. He called that a witch hunt. Brazil has vowed to retaliate if the duties kick in on August 1st as scheduled. 35% was the tariff set for Canadian goods later in the week, and Trump warned country Prime Minister Mark Carney that the levies would get higher still if there was any retaliation. Meanwhile, copper was singled out for a 50% tariff, which the president says will help rebuild US production of the metal. Just over 20,630 points was the record closing high set by the Nasdaq stock index on Thursday. The broader S&P 500 also scaled a new peak despite the trade turmoil. SimCorp Managing Director Melissa Brown says investors feel they know the worst by now.
Of course, we don't know if that's really true, but I think that's the general prevailing sentiment in the market, is that we've seen the worst. Yeah, it might hurt inflation a little bit, it might hurt the economy a little bit, but it's probably not going to have a major impact.
$4 trillion was the record value hit by Nvidia the same day, helping drive the overall gains for stocks. That cemented its status as the world's most valuable firm, ahead of Microsoft. The rise has been driven by renewed bets that Nvidia will be the big winner from the AI boom. But almost 8% was the plunge for shares in Tesla earlier in the week, after boss Elon Musk said he was setting up a new political party. Investors were alarmed by the move, which reignited the billionaire's recent feud with Trump. It also sparked new doubts over whether Musk will be able to focus on reviving Tesla, which faces slumping sales.
U.S. stocks rose on Thursday, with the Dow gaining more than 0.4%, the S&P 500 adding over 0.25%, and the Nasdaq ticking up marginally. The gains, while moderate, marked fresh record-high closes for the S&P 500 and Nasdaq. Nvidia's return to its $4 trillion valuation milestone for a second straight day helped boost the indexes. But the tech-heavy Nasdaq's muted move marked a notable turn in sentiment, said Melissa Brown, Managing Director of Investment Decision Research at SimCorp.
We do see today, different from what we've seen for a while now, is that there seems to be more of a preference for lower volatility kinds of names, as opposed to the really up-and-comers. That's why NASDAQ is, not up as much as the other indices. So that, if that's happening, or if that continues, that would really be a big shift from what we've seen basically since April 9th.
Among other stocks, shares of Delta Airlines soared 12% after the carrier forecast third quarter and full-year profits above Wall Street estimates. That boosted the whole sector, with United Airlines and American Airlines also rallying. Shares of WK Kellogg skyrocketed more than 30%, following reports that Italian candy maker Ferrero was nearing a deal to buy the cereal maker. But shares of ConAgra brands sank over 4% after it forecast annual profit below Wall Street expectations, citing higher tariff-related costs for products, including its Hunt's ketchup.